So I want to give you this equity lending product update. One of the common calls I'll get is from someone who who owns property, sometimes multiple property, including rental properties. They have a lot of equity and they want to pull equity out. And so there's always that discussion now about, do you get a fixed rate second mortgage? Do you get a HELOC? What are the options? Well, one area that has been underserved, in my opinion, is those borrowers who own rental property. Rental properties have not been a property type that has had at its disposal or has had access to is equity loans, in particular HELOCs, home equity lines of credit. Most HELOC lenders will not fund HELOCs on rental properties. I'm happy to say we now have a HELOC lender that we're delivering loans to that we can arrange a HELOC on a rental property. Now, you have to have a lot of equity, more so than maybe a primary residence or second home. Why? Because the combined loan to value maximum for a rental property is up to 70%. That's lower than, say, on a primary home where we can get a HELOC, believe it or not, up to 95% if you live in the home. But if it's a rental property, we can go up to 70%. Minimum credit score is not bad, 680. A lot of the A-paper HELOCs, you have to be 700 or 720. So this program, you can be at 680 and still get a HELOC on one of your rental properties. The HELOC available is not a 10-year draw HELOC. It's a 3-year draw. Now, remember, what is a draw? On a HELOC, that's the period of time that you can draw against the account. And then as you pay it down and create unused equity or unused credit limit, I should say, you can draw on that again. The standard HELOC will be a 30-year loan with a 10-year draw period and a 20-year repayment period. With this HELOC for rental properties, it's a 3-year draw period. It's still a 30-year loan, and it still has an interest-only payment feature for the first 10 years, but the draw period is only 3 years, not 10. So that's the only distinguishing feature from a HELOC in a primary or second home. And this program is available on various property types, single-family, PUDs, condos, and 2 to 4 units. So duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes. We can put a HELOC on one of those, again, subject to this other criteria. And then the other item that I would really want to emphasize, because there's folks out there who may own multiple rental properties, and some of them may be free and clear. Don't forget, if you've got a free and clear rental property, not only can we arrange a HELOC, we can still arrange it, and it will be a first lien HELOC because you don't have an existing first mortgage. A lot of folks don't realize, yes, you can get a HELOC as a first mortgage lien. You don't have to have an existing mortgage in order to get the HELOC. So this program allows us to arrange a first lien HELOC on a rental property that's free and clear. That's a great option in part. Why? The rate's lower. You get a quarter off the rate if it's a first lien HELOC on your rental property instead of a junior or second mortgage HELOC. So keep that in mind. And with rental properties, it's really can be advantageous to get that equity line in place. Maybe you're going to use it for some initial improvements or rehab of the property. And then you expect you're going to pay it off quickly. And then you can have that HELOC sitting there to use it again in case you have some vacancies. Maybe you have some unforeseen damage that happens to a property due to a tenant. So this gives you a credit facility to tap into quickly on your rental property or rental properties that I think can be pretty beneficial. And of course, don't remember, we've always had HE loans, that's fixed rate second mortgages. We've had HE loans on rental properties for some time. A little bit more generous on loan to value. You can go up to 80%, not 70. You can actually go lower on credit score as low as 640, although your loan to value is cut from 80% to 60%. You can get a fixed rate second mortgage with term as little as 5 years up to 30 years. Although the sweet spot in terms of rate, I would argue, is a 20-year term. That's where you're going to get a nice combination of a long term but a low rate. Again, same property types, 1 to 4 units, single family residence, PUDs, that's planned unit development, by the way, condo, modular homes, and they can be duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes. So anybody out there with rental property, frustrated about inability to get a HELOC on one of your rental properties, give us a call. We've got a solution for you. Be happy to send you some numbers. So there you have it, the product update for equity lending, HELOCs on rental properties. Great news for landlords. we look forward to helping any of you get that HELOC in place.